Stardust. Lena was a curious little girl living in a small village. Her favourite thing was watching the night sky fill with stars. One evening, as she sat on her old wooden swing in the garden, she saw a shooting star. But this wasn't just any shooting star. It fell right into her backyard. Excited, Lena ran toward the spot where it had landed. In the grass, she found a small, glowing stone no bigger than the palm of her hand. As she picked it up, she heard a faint whisper, "Thank you." Lena's eyes widened in surprise. She looked around, but there was no one there. Then she realized the voice was coming from the star. You can talk?" she whispered. "Yes," the star replied, its voice as soft as the wind. "But I'm very weak. If you don't help me return to the sky, I will fade away." Lena hesitated for a moment. She didn't want to let go of the tiny star, but she didn't want it to disappear either. Then she had an idea. She took her old lantern, placed the star inside, and climbed up the big oak tree in her yard, raising the lantern high. She watched as the star slowly floated up, getting lighter and lighter until it soared back into the night sky. As it rose, the star whispered one last time, "Thank you." From that night on, whenever Lena looked at the stars, she always saw one twinkling just for her. And every night, as she drifted off to sleep, she remembered the magical words the little star had said. "Thank you, eh?" Other story. The sleepy cloud. Above a small town, there was a cloud unlike any other. Its name was Fluffy. Fluffy wasn't like the clouds that raced with the wind or carried the rain. His favourite thing to do was float in the sky and sleep. One morning, the sun called out to him, "Fluffy, are you sleeping again?" Fluffy yawned. "Yes, because sleeping is wonderful." But the other clouds laughed at him. "You never bring rain. You don't dance with the wind. What's the point of a cloud like you?" they said. Fluffy felt sad. He wanted to be useful too, but how? Just then, he noticed a little boy down below. The boy was trying to sleep in the shade, but the sun was too bright and hot. Fluffy gently floated over the boy and covered him with his soft, cool shadow. The boy smiled and peacefully fell asleep. From that day on, Fluffy never felt useless again. He might not race with the wind, but he gave the best shade. And every afternoon, he found someone in need of a little coolness and gifted them a peaceful nap. Sometimes